Welcome to Unlocking Your Truth, another podcast by Dr. Leslie Phillips.
Hello everyone, welcome to Unlocking Your Truth with Dr. Leslie. My name is Dr. Leslie Phillips and I will be your host for the next hour. And I'm joined in the studio by Corey.
Hello.
Call-in show, and we talk about metaphysics and spirituality and anything to do with that really, health, wellness, paranormal, all of that good stuff. And every week we have a different topic that we discuss, and then we open the phone lines and take your calls and answer your questions. Did you know that meditation has been scientifically proven to have health benefits at the level of your physical body, your mental health, and on an emotional level? There's scientifically peer-reviewed research that shows meditation has a positive effect on the immune system. It elevates the immune system function. It cuts down the time that you're ill if you get ill. It improves your ability to manage your pain. It decreases blood pressure, improves sleep and digestion, increases your energy. And on a mental health level, it improves brain function, intelligence and memory, and decision-making. And of course, on an emotional level, it reduces stress, helps you let go of irritability, anxiety, and depression, improves your relationships, and increases your resilience to change. So why don't more people meditate, I ask? And so I thought it would be a great idea to do a series on Unlocking Your Truth, which addresses the common blocks to meditation. And there are a number of them. And today we're going to address block number 1, which people often say, well, I've tried it, but I can't do it consistently. So developing a consistent, regular meditation practice, because of course meditation will work better for you if you're able to do it on a regular basis, if you can do it every day. And I mean, just think about when you go to the gym. If you went to the gym every day and you trained your body every day, then you would probably look fantastic and lose a ton of weight and you'd get results. And it's kind of the same thing with meditation. You need to engage in it regularly to reap the rewards. So, what are some of the tips that we can share with you to help you in your quest to have a regular meditation practice? So, here's some suggestions, and they're only suggestions. So it's not like a list of you must do this and you must do that. They're suggestions, and some of them might work for you, and some of them might not work for you. But one of them is, for some people are creatures of habit, and they have a routine. And so if you're like that, one idea is to schedule your meditation at the same time every day. And it doesn't really matter what time of day it is, but just make it regular. But if you do it first thing in the morning, then it will set you up for the day, help you get rid of the grogginess of sleep and just waking up, and it might also increase the likelihood that you will be mindful throughout your day. And if you schedule it for the last thing at night, then that's a good time too, because it helps you process the day's events. It helps you reflect on and let go of anything that's disturbed you, and also may increase the likelihood that you would sleep well. And so there's no perfect time, but it's just like a regular time might benefit you. Even if the only time you can do it is in your lunch break, close the office door and use it to reset your energy and get a fresh start for your afternoon. So that's tip number 1. For those people who like a routine, set it up so that you're meditating at the same time every day. And here's another tip. Prioritize it. So if you schedule it, put it in your diary and make a commitment to it, like it's a regular appointment that you're setting with yourself. And if you need to be flexible, right, and sometimes you can't do that, then don't let a day that gets out of whack be an excuse to skip a day and get out of the habit. Just do it later, or do a shorter meditation that particular day. And if you need to be flexible and you don't have a regular routine, then just fit it in where you can. Even a few 10 to 15 meditation breaks when and where you can. So if you're in the car sitting waiting to pick the kids up from school, grab a few minutes there. If you're on the bench watching your kids play soccer, grab a few minutes there. So fit it in where and when you can.
Just make sure you're standing behind the fence so you don't get hit by the ball.
Yeah, and preferably sitting down. And don't do it while you're driving the car.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, you can do it while you're in the bus.
Yeah, you can. If you travel on public transport, you can, for sure.
I think one of the things that people say is, I don't have the time. Well, time is a relative thing. You don't have to do long meditations. You can do short, little, pivotal ones. And I think we all do little ones to start with, but we can do those readily and easily, like you say, at the office. And instead of a long coffee, instead of a coffee break, take a little meditation break.
Exactly. And take a look at your time. Take a look at your time and what you do throughout the day, and think about reorganizing it. How many hours a day do you watch television? Because if you're watching television for a few hours a day, then you could reduce your television watching time. Or you could even, if you to be really committed, you could get up an hour earlier or go to bed an hour earlier. And then if you choose not to do it for any reason, here's an interesting tip. Write down in a journal why you didn't do it. So that you can, just like you're taking a look at your time and your schedule throughout the day and how you're allocating your time, you can take a look at your excuses. And are they real excuses? Did you really not have the time that day? And then let's give you a few more tips here, listeners. So for some people, it helps to have not only a regular time, but a special place. So you do it in the same place every day. So if you have space in your home, you could set up a room or a corner. I mean, I even had a friend once, she had a family of 4 kids and a husband, but she had a walk-in closet. So she set herself up a little meditation chair in her walk-in closet and locked herself in there for an hour every day. So choose a private place where you won't be disturbed. Tell your family, your roommates, your colleagues not to disturb you during that particular time, and make it a comfortable, relaxing environment so that you look forward to spending time there. You can even make it special. Some people like to set the atmosphere and make it beautiful so that they, light some incense, dim the lighting, light candles, have some lovely objects around, like a little Buddha or an angel or something. Whatever works for you, whatever's going to entice you to go and spend time in that space.
And it's actually quite easy to do these days, to schedule your time, because on your cell phone you can put an alarm on, every morning at 8:00, and you can put your own tone in, so you can put chimes in there, the gongs or things like that, and then you can have another alarm that's 45 minutes later to let you know that you've done your time. Yeah. So you don't even have to worry about scheduling it in essence.
Great idea.
By the way, I think the 2 hardest things in the world for people to do are daily meditation and drinking 8 glasses of water a day.
Yeah, that's true, isn't it? But there's even an app for that, isn't there?
Yeah.
And talking about your cell phone, some people might say, well, I can't do it when it's just me. So there's a ton of apps out there these days. Some of them are free, some of them you pay a small subscription, where you can actually listen to a meditation from your phone every day if that works for you. So back to developing a habit. So another thing that people say is if you are a routine person, then sometimes attaching it to the other end of something that you're already in the habit of doing at a regular time every day. So, for example, you could decide that after you've taken your shower, you will meditate. Or after you've eaten your dinner, you will meditate. Or after you've been to the gym, you will meditate. And so that helps some people to sort of just attach it to something that they always do every day. And of course, as Corey was saying, you can start small and just build on it. You don't have to jump straight into an hour a day habit. Start with 10 minutes a day and gradually increase the time as your comfort level with doing the meditation increases. And here's some other, here's some of the other things that I would suggest. When I've spoken to people about meditation, people who are having trouble doing it, one of the things that I've noticed is that sometimes people have expectations. They have super high expectations of what the meditation is going to do for them.
Or the am I doing it right?
Yeah, or am I doing it right? Yeah, that's another one. But when they have the high expectations, it's they want a quick fix, instant results. They're impatient. If they don't get instant results, then they give up. And so, of course, just like going to the gym and getting your body fit, the same thing applies to training your mind. It takes practice. And just like getting your body fit, it's something that you would continue for the rest of your life. You never stop. You never stop. Like, meditation doesn't take you to this place of perfection, and it doesn't solve all your problems. It's not the solution to all your problems. It's a tool. It's a tool that you're training yourself to be able to use to assist you in your life, to help you to create a better life for yourself.
I think you're right there. I think one of the things that befuddles people is they know they should meditate. They know it's a good thing, but they really don't know why.
Exactly, and that's why being patient is a really good mindset to go into it. And also, be patient. And here's an idea. After you've meditated, just spend an extra 5 minutes to notice now, how do I feel physically, mentally, and emotionally? Do I feel better than before I did the meditation? You can even keep a journal about your meditations and about the shifts that you notice in yourself. Because if you can show yourself a connection between doing the meditation and feeling better, feeling clearer, being able to focus more, your health improving, then you will be more likely to keep it up. And I think the other thing is, if you don't do that, it's very difficult for you to remember, how did I feel a month ago? But if you've written it down every time you meditate over a month, it can be quite amazing what a transformation that has occurred. And so when you first start out, it can be helpful to keep a journal about your meditation experiences. Now, another thing that I've noticed with people, and Corey made a point before, is like, am I doing it right? Am I doing it right? And all different forms of judgment about it. And so sometimes when somebody first starts to meditate, they will have unpleasant experiences, like they will notice that their back is hurting, or they will feel emotional. And they say, I can't meditate because meditation causes me to have backache. Meditation causes me to get emotional. But what's actually happening is they're becoming more aware of themselves and their bodies, and it's not the meditation that is causing them to feel that way. It is the meditation that is allowing them to become aware of how they already feel. They've just been in denial. And if they continue with the meditation can help relieve the pain and let go of the emotional stress. Now, and the other thing is, some people feel that they're bad at meditation. They don't know how to do it. They're not any good at it. So they get demotivated. But what they really mean is that they get distracted. And so again, the patience comes in. Be kind and gentle with yourself. Don't judge yourself. And also realize there's no perfect meditation experience. Every day is different. Every day of your life is different. Every moment you feel different. And every meditation that you do will be different. And so don't expect it to be the same. Don't expect it to be any particular way.
Yeah, and the point of meditation, in my eyes, the point of meditation is the meditation. So basically, it's not about always aspiring to something. It's about just the being and the noticing, and the what someone told me once. They said it's the mind wandering is a wonderful thing because that teaches you the meditation. You bring the mind. Meditation is not the blankness; it's the mind wandering and being able to bring it back to a central core.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and actually we will do 1 week, we're going to do a series on meditation, and that mind wandering is a big issue for people, so we'll probably do a whole session on that.
Yeah.
And then, and then finally, get help. You don't actually have to do it alone. We talked about the fact that there's so many apps out there and stuff on the computer, but you could also find a meditation buddy. And it doesn't even have to be somebody that comes and sits in your house and meditates with you. It just has to be somebody else who really wants to meditate. And you can offer each other support, Find a friend who wants to establish a regular practice and check in with each other. How was your meditation today?
I know I told you this story before, but meditation can be humorous too. I had a friend of mine years ago who came into work one day and had a big gash on his head. He was bald. He had shaved his head and had a big gash. And he was a meditator, and he was a vegan, and he had gurus and things like that. And I said, "So what happened to your head?" He says, "Well, I was doing a meditation." I see you hurt your head meditating. How did you do that? Well, it was a jumping meditation with eyes closed, and what happened is I jumped, and I ended up jumping underneath my stairs, and I cracked my head on the stair. Recommendation: don't do that.
Yeah, but actually that reminds me of another point, which is there's a lot of different styles of meditation.
Very much so.
And so don't be disheartened if you try one style and it doesn't work for you, because there's not just one way to meditate. So keep getting out there and keep trying, because
it's not an excuse to not meditate.
No, and back to the point about getting help. If you can't find a meditation buddy, you could take a class. You could, meditate in a group and find a sense of community and belonging. Meet other people who are interested in meditation. And you also
do a meetup.
Yeah, you could do a meetup. Yeah, exactly. Great idea. Exactly. And then it's even free. You just need someone to volunteer their home to do it. Or you could find yourself a mentor. Sometimes people come and ask me to mentor them, to teach them how to meditate. So there's lots of us out there who are very experienced at it, who are able to help those who are just starting out. So I hope that has given you something to think about and encouraged you to explore meditating and explore the idea of developing a regular meditation practice. everyone. Welcome back to Unlocking Your Truth with Dr. Leslie. My name's Dr. Leslie. This evening on Unlocking Your Truth, we have been talking about meditation and specifically some tips on how to start a regular meditation practice and not to become disheartened, but to develop it into a habit. And now it's the time of the show where we take your calls.
The first one is from Elena. And Elena would like to know, this is her question. Recently, I have really been searching for something more. I have been listening lately to your podcast. Thank you for such a great podcast. I was wondering if you can answer a question for me. As I mentioned already, I have been searching for something more. I have tried meditation in capitals but cannot focus. Every time I try, I remember a time when I was younger and someone having me lay down and taking me through a meditation, guided meditation. I do not remember what happened, but this memory is what comes up when I try now to do any type of meditation. Does this have something to do with why I cannot meditate? What could be blocking me, or is this not meant for me?
What a fantastic question. Thank you very much.
I thought you would think so.
Yes, thank you very much for writing in with that question. And of course, Elena's not your real name. We always use a pseudonym on the show. But if you're listening, I know that you will know who you are. So I'm going to go into trance and take a quick look at Elena's question. And the first thing, yes, I would just validate that what you're searching for a spiritual connection, and more accurately, it's like wanting to connect with yourself, wanting to plug into source. And of course, meditation is great for that. Meditation is great for finding yourself and knowing yourself and accessing your information. And I'm seeing that that's what you're yearning for. You're yearning for yourself and your connection with yourself and your connection with your God, whatever word you use to say God. Now, if I look at the experience that you're referring to, well, I'm going to do that now, because this memory just keeps coming up and blocking your present time attempts at meditating. So, and what I'm seeing when I look at this situation is that the person who was doing the guided meditation was not very good at what's the word? Looks like they invaded your space. Okay, so looks like in their attempt to want to teach you how to meditate, that they didn't keep a distance from you, but that they their energy invaded your energetic space. And anytime anyone else's energy is in our space, it feels uncomfortable because that's foreign energy. And so I'm seeing that that guided meditation was a very unpleasant experience for you, and you've just anchored that that's what happens when you meditate. When you meditate, your space gets invaded and it feels unpleasant. And your body is afraid. Your body is afraid of being invaded. And so, so let me just take but I'm seeing an actual fact, and this is what I teach people to do all the time. You can de-energize memories like that through specific meditation techniques. So the meditation itself can help you dissolve that memory, and it's actually a fairly simple matter to do it. A lot of the time on this show we talk about grounding, and go back over the podcasts which you've been listening to, find one that teaches grounding, listen to it, and then you bring up that memory and use the grounding to release the memory, to remove that memory from your space. Now I'm going to just take a bit of a longer look and see if there's anything else that's going on. Yeah, I'm seeing there's like a couple of things but it's mainly your body. Your body is afraid. I'm seeing that the other thing that happened is that it looks like during that meditation you brought, well, not just foreign energy, but you just brought a lot of energy into the body. It was like a bit of a lightning bolt, especially the heart chakra. I'm seeing the heart chakra in that meditation really opening up, and I'm seeing that you just realized how much more there was to you, and also how much you'd stored in your body, and that it was a little bit of a shock, and so part of the thing for you is just working with your body to help your body understand that it's safe and that you're going to meditate in a way that is comfortable for your body. But anyway, your intuition is correct that memory is causing a block to you meditating in present time, but it's a relatively easy matter for you to de-energize and let that go. So I hope that's helped you, Elena.
Yeah, people need to understand, A, when they're guiding a meditation for people, and B, practicing a guided meditation, that a guided meditation can be very hypnotic. There's a certain amount of people are going into not play, but they go into your subconscious at the same time. So yes, something like that can create an anchor in your mind and not allow you to get into a different type of meditative state. I say that because I used to do a lot of those, and I was very careful with people. We have a question from Cloud.
Cloud? I know who that is.
I have been gradually losing more weight than I care to lose over the past year or so without even trying. I was wondering if this weight loss had anything to do with my thyroid, the microphone's in my way, thyroid, hormones, or some imbalance energetically, and what could I do about it?
Another great question. Well, thank you, Cloud, for that question. And let's take a look. Most of us have the opposite problem to the one that you're outlining, but still, it must be worrying. Let's take a look. Still just tuning into you and taking a look at what's going on, taking a look at the thyroid itself, and it does look like the thyroid's working very hard, and not all over the entire organ though. It looks like there's a patch, maybe a nodule or something that is overactive, and then it also looks like, give me a moment, Corey, can you find out what that noise is coming from? I'm hearing a noise.
That's the heater.
No, voices.
That's you.
Come on.
That's
all right, so let me go back into trance and let me try and help this lady. So, here we go. Looking at your thyroid. Yeah, like I said, it looks like what would be the bottom left, that there might be some area that's overactive, and then there's almost like it's almost, to me, looks like on a diagonal. The organ itself looks like it's got a slice across it, or cut in half, and this is just energetically speaking, not on a physical level. And so let me just investigate what that is to do with. So it looks like where you've sort of cut yourself off from feeling unloved. So it's got to do with feeling unloved. And it looks like the overactive thyroid has to do with, when you're like trying really hard to be loved, and you're trying to please someone or please people, and it's like you can't do enough. It doesn't really matter what you do. They're still not giving you the love that you're wanting. It looks to me like part of the overactivity and the hyperactivity in the thyroid, which is happening now at a physical level for you, at an energetic level and a belief level, originated in this desire to be loved and a behavior pattern of expending your energy running around doing stuff for other people because you're wanting them to love you. And so your question, what can I do about it, is let go of needing to please others and let go of looking for love outside of yourself and focus on loving yourself, starting by sending love to your thyroid. Sending love to your thyroid, because it looks to me like it's not reached a point where it can't be brought back into balance. And because it seems to me like that the upper half where I see that diagonal, it actually looks fine. It looks like part of it is working fine and there's just a part of it that isn't. So it's not like you've reached a point where the whole thing is completely out of balance and there's no coming back from it. It looks like you definitely can turn it around, and my suggestion, like I said, is send it love, let go of looking to other people for that love, find it within yourself, and stop expending your energy running around after everybody else. Welcome back to Unlocking Your Truth with Dr. Leslie.
I have a question from Lima. Lima wants to know, I had a deeply spiritual dream where I was shown by a being that my energy was rainbow colored. They said, don't forget what your energy looks like. What does this mean, Dr. Leslie?
Cool. Okay. All right, I'll take a look at that. This lady, I assume it's a lady, Lima? I assume it's a lady. Okay, I'm going to take a look. And, of course, when we dream, we are travelling out of the body. Sometimes we're out of the body in our astral body, and sometimes we're just pure consciousness. And we are visiting other realms and other realities. And I'm seeing that you... sometimes words fail me. I don't like using sort of hierarchical terms like going higher and higher, but I'm seeing you went through the dimensional levels in this dream experience to a very high vibrational state. A vibrational state where you were communicating with, well, we could say ascended masters, archangels, those type of beings. And I'm seeing that you were in a realm of light, and that the place where you were was very close to God, very close to Source. And of course, God or Source energy encompasses everything. And when you look at light that encompasses all vibrations of light, then you're looking at clear light, crystal clear light. And then, when it separates from God, it splits like going through a prism into the colours of the rainbow. And so I'm seeing that you were being told that you are God. You are an extension of Source energy. You are pure consciousness that is stepping down in frequency to experience yourself in other realities. One of those realities being physical reality. And the point of consciousness that woke up and said, oh, I remember having a dream and I was told that my my energy is like a rainbow and not to forget. So that would be my interpretation. And you were being given information about the divine being that you are, which emanates directly from source. Now, coming out of trance, there is some intellectual information out there about rainbow children, crystal children, star children, indigos, and all of this. And we did a show on it once, so go back in the podcast and listen to that as well. That might be interesting for you to listen to. But reading on a spiritual level, yeah, you're just being told that you're a spark of divine consciousness, your love and your light. Right, Corey, I think we can go to the next question.
The next question, you actually touched on it, was very interesting, is from Nina. And Nina wants to know, I want to know if I'm going to have a baby. Baby. Futuristic question.
I don't know how I touched on that already. But
talked about kids.
Rainbow children. Oh, okay, thank you. Yes, so let's take a look at this lady. And what I'm going to do in present time is just look at whether there's contracts between you and any baby beings. And a baby being is just a word I use for a soul that's hanging out there as spirit waiting to be born. Is there a contract that you have with one or more of these beings? So give me a moment. Well, I'm seeing that there is one very strong connection with another soul, and a very strong connection. It's kind of interesting. I don't know when that question was sent in, but it almost feels to me like you might be pregnant already. But to me, it looks very likely because I'm seeing a strong energetic connection between you and another being. I'm seeing there be a spiritual contract between you, and I'm seeing there be like this is, where people talk about the silver cord that connects the consciousness of somebody traveling outside of the body back to their body. Well, I'm seeing an energy connection, an energy cord from your second chakra, which is the area of your belly, where your reproductive system is, to this baby being, which is why I'm saying, I wonder if you're pregnant already. Anyway, it looks very likely to me, so... Next question.
Oh, that's me.
That's you, Corey.
Well, you rolled right into that. This is a question from Micah, and she would like to know, is my previous lover my soulmate, and why can't I get him out of my head? I don't understand my thoughts. Are they his?
Okie dokie. Let's take a look for you. And of course, a soulmate is another person who emanates from the same soul. And I'm seeing that, no, your past lover is not your soulmate, does not emanate from the same soul. I'm seeing it's a closely related soul, but it's not the same one. And what's going on with you and your thoughts? And I would say that you are experiencing interference, and yes, some of the thoughts that are going around in your head are not your thoughts and are coming from that person, from that being. And so, yeah, it looks like, I'm just going to take a look, definitely seeing them in your space. And definitely seeing them be disturbed, and when I'm seeing that this disturbed person's energy in your space is very, very confusing for you. And so what might help you is to find a way to let go of this person's energy, and the way to do it is not to resist them. But again, I guess I would reference you back to look at the podcasts on my website, Dr. Leslie Phillips, on the podcast page. See if you can find one that teaches grounding, and listen to it, and then send that person's energy down your grounding. Clear your space that way, and hopefully then your thoughts will start to make more sense to you. So I hope that answers your question, Micah. We've got time for at least one more.
Okay, pay attention, Dr. Leslie.
Is it a long one?
Yeah, this is a question from Judy. Judy says, having trouble, so many interests. Please help me narrow my focus for my highest good. Do I stay the course on home and hearth, or am I ignoring something when I should be paying attention to it? It feels good to work on our house and garden, to cook and bake with love. The garden is winding down, having dried some herbs and found that I love the gentle, happy energy of the herbs, especially chamomile. Part of me is saying, relax, everything is going just as it should. I am slowly learning to trust my intuition. Still need a bit of help on that. Getting nudges saying, hey, what about your painting and energy work? What about writing? What about talking with the other side? It is these nudges that cause me the most distress. Am I supposed to listen to them?
So they're causing you distress, the nudges. So let's take a look. So that is a lot, and I'll try and break it down into some simple bite-sized pieces to look at. Or will I? Give me a moment. Well, it looks like you are challenging yourself to choose what you love. And I'm seeing that the growth cycle that you're in is one that's to do with tuning into your affinity, and the things that you have a passion for, and but I'm seeing that the conflict arises because there's let's call it programming, for want of a better word, but I'm actually seeing it's foreign energy. It's programming that's coming from foreign energy, and I'm seeing its interference at the crown chakra level. So if you know about the chakras, this one's on the top of your head. It's your connection with God. It's your connection with your higher self. It's connection with your own information. And I'm seeing that there's some beings, for want of a better word, that are plugging into your crown chakra. And so these are beings that are wanting to communicate through you. Either through the mediumship, through the writing, through painting, or whatever. And what I would say is that, sometimes we think, oh, well, there's this spirit that wants me to do something. I should better do it then. And no, you have always got free will. And so it's your choice what you do. And it looks like you're challenging yourself to own your energy and your life and your love for yourself enough that you do that you follow what you love and follow what you like. And then the other lesson here is that these beings that are communicating with you are not respecting your space, because they are courting you in the crown chakra, and that is not respectful. And so they're interfering with your own connection with your own divine source. And so I would say the first step for you is just doing a little bit of work around owning your space. A little bit of energy work and energy healing on yourself to get some space from these entities so that you can be completely clear about what's your own mind, what's your own energy, what's your own desire, and what's your own needs. Because just because you might be capable of doing this other stuff doesn't mean you have to do it. You can choose to do it or not. And when you choose to do it or not, you can also choose who you want to work with. And I would recommend not choosing to work with beings who are disrespectful in the way that these ones are being. So I hope that gives you an answer about what's going on. You're wanting to free yourself from these disrespectful beings, and so it's sort of like that's why these nudges feel distressing to you, because it's not you, it's coming from outside of you, and so the other things are feeling lovely to you because that is you. So I hope that helps. And feel free to book a session with me if you want to go into any of that in more depth. Now, we've only got 3 minutes left. If there's a quick one, we can do it.
This is from Amy. I'm in love with someone who no longer loves me. I want to know if he's just hurt by my actions or if he truly is out of love.
There's a big difference between his vibration and your vibration. I'm seeing he's moving on. He wants to move on. He doesn't want to look back. And so, and I'm seeing you look more disturbed than he does. He knows what he wants and he's following what he wants. And I look at you, it looks like you're caught up in self-judgment. And let's see if we can say anything else to help you. Well, it looks like you're struggling with a lot of concepts around it's something that you do that makes somebody love you. And if somebody doesn't love you, then it's something that you didn't do and you are wrong in some way. And that the game is that you've got to be loved and the love comes from somebody else. So I'm seeing that you're struggling with a whole bunch of programming around love and what love is. And actually your boyfriend... oddly enough, said, this doesn't feel like love, so I'm moving on. So in a way, he was operating more from love and less confused about it than you are. So it looks like for you, your healing journey is about letting go of the past and letting go of the programming. And I'm telling everyone, go and listen about grounding and use the grounding meditation in one of the old podcasts to help you release your judgment and limiting belief.
Thank you for joining us. You've been listening to another Unlocking Your Truth podcast by Dr. Leslie Phillips. For more information, go to our website at drlesleyphillips.com. That's drlesleyphillips.com, where you can ask questions or send her an email, and there's many free gifts on there for you as well. Come back again.